today's special, tomato rice soup. We have all the essentials in the camper today. Canned soup, can opener, pot, some milk, and we have the oven turned on for the first time, or burners turned on for the first time. Have a little warm lunch in here while we do some work today. Kind of fun. First meal technically in the camper.
Yeah, this is amazing.
We're gonna need to start practicing. Pressure now, not spilling this on camera. Try and pour it into the bowl.
No, you're good.
I'm totally gonna spill it now. I already know it's going everywhere. Oh, but now you're not getting any rice. Might as well just eat it while we're in here. There's all the rice at the bottom.
That looks so delicious. Yes, please.
Soup in the camper.
Soup in the camper.
We are so excited because today is Q&A day.
Q&A day.
You guys have been asking us to answer so many burning questions that you guys are dying to know the answer to. Like,
yes.
Did we find the snake?
Do do do.
Do we still have the bird?
Do do do.
Are we having more babies?
Do do.
Do? So many questions, and so we've written down our most commonly asked questions, and we're going to answer them today for you while we eat our very first meal in the camper. Super fun. We've been bringing like sandwiches and stuff out here when we've been working, but we have yet to cook anything on the burners or in the stove or anything, so we're going to test it out over the next couple of weeks. So our number one question this week has been, did you find the snake? Did we find the snake?
We didn't find the
snake. We have not found the snake.
It's terrifying.
Hit the like button in support for Elysia not freaking out that there's a snake in there.
Yeah, and I'm usually okay with all critters
We don't know
slithering.
Where this snake came from. So it could have come from something we ordered online, could have just come in from our area.
Like
we really don't know.
Cobra?
I'm hoping it's not a king cobra, but we have not found the snake. So question number 2 this week has been, do we still have our bird that we rescued?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. We have Avery. He's flying. He says, step up.
He says, step up a lot.
Yeah, he likes to say step up, and he says, love you.
He says, love you. Step up.
So
step up.
Dayton is obsessed with the bird. He absolutely loves the bird. He wants to be with the bird all the time. So yes, the bird is definitely part of our family, and you guys actually don't know, but we actually have a second bird, the same as Avery. His name is
Ammo.
They keep changing his name. So his name this week is Ammo, and he was also a rescue, and they are loving each other. They're the best of friends, and it's great because they keep each other company.
Yeah, they love each other.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So the other question we have that we've been getting a lot this week in particular is, how far away is our new property in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia? From our house here to where we're going to be.
It's so far.
It is so far.
But it's not as far as Elysia and I have driven before.
Yeah, and our kids travel really, really well. So we're about 22 hours from our home here in Ontario to our seasonal home in Nova Scotia. I was trying to think of what we're going to call it.
Seasonal. It's not a home yet.
Not a home yet. It will be.
It's just land.
Yeah, right now it's literally a forest. It will become a home once we get to that.
But what's in the forest?
We don't know.
Here's the thing. We purchased this land unknowing of anything.
Sight unseen, because it's winter in Ontario and it's just not safe for us to travel all the way to Nova Scotia right now. And with the pandemic going on, we definitely don't want to take any flights or do anything like that. So we bought this property sight unseen. We know very few details about the property. It's a huge adventure, but we are bringing you guys along. This is definitely going to be a gigantic adventure. Unknowns.
This is the biggest adventure of our lives.
Crazy. It's going to be super cool though. So our other questions we've been getting are, how many people and how many animals are going to be in this camper, and where are Phil's mom and dad going to stay, and are they coming with you to the property?
6 people, 3 dogs, 2 birds? In this camper?
So no, we are definitely going to be figuring out, before we go out to Nova Scotia, accommodations for Phil's mom and dad on property, whether it be that we purchase another camper, or we pitch some type of a tent system, maybe build some kind of a mini yurt, like something that Phil's mom and dad can stay in. We don't know how long they'll be up there with us yet. We're going to kind of play it by ear.
If we build a mini yurt, I want to live in the mini yurt.
I'm just saying there's lots of possibilities, and we really don't have the answer to where they're going to stay, but definitely 6 people are not going to be sleeping in the camper. We are taking the birds, and we are taking all 3 of our Bassets, Gunner,
Obviously.
Nova, and Finn, and they are amazing travelers, and we know they're gonna love the land, so we're pretty excited about that. Burning question. We get asked this all the time. Every single time we say we have news.
Oh, are you pregnant?
Are you pregnant?
Are
or
you guys having
planning-
another baby?
Are you planning to have another baby? So
Are
Chase,
you?
I'm not pregnant.
Are
And,
you having another baby?
and we have no plans at this time to have another baby. We have Chase, who is 11, and we have Dayton, who's 9. And we are loving the age that they are right now. And I was incredibly sick carrying both of them.
Yes.
Really the toughest thing I've ever gone through, being super sick carrying both of the boys. I had every complication possible. And so safest for me right now is not to have any more babies. Although we would love more children, and we love our children that we have. Yeah, not in our plans at this time anyways.
Not ruling it out, but also not in our foreseeable future.
No. So the other question we have is, how much have we spent so far on the camper renovation?
How much have we spent on the camper?
I figured it out the other day because I knew this question was something we were going to talk about. Once we're completely done the camper, we will do a breakdown of how much absolutely everything has cost, and actually break down how much we've spent in each of the categories restoring the camper, like fabric, lumber, paint. Right now, at this point, we have spent just under $3,000.
Wow.
That's
Camper
purchasing the camper
Yes.
and everything that we've needed so far for the renovation.
$3,000.
We have a lot of supplies that we've already purchased for the camper actually here already that we still have the ability to use. So out of that $3,000, we're still spreading out those materials that we've initially purchased. We did purchase the camper the same weekend that the pandemic started, and so we rushed and went and bought a whole bunch of stuff. We weren't sure whether we would need it or not because we hadn't renovated a camper before.
No.
So yeah, along the way, we really did pretty good on our guesswork on what we would need, but we do have a few things we still need to order. And we are going to be building a table and actually turning that kitchenette area into
soon
a switch-in bed. Yeah.
Soon we're going to be building a table because Dayton needs a bed space. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Mm.
Philip, what do you do for work? How are we affording to renovate a camper and do home renovations and buy property? What do you do for work?
Well, let me tell you.
I keep getting messages that I have a very rich husband to be able to support all of my projects.
Yeah, right. I work for Elysia. I edit Elysia's videos, and I film Elysia's videos, and sometimes I get to be a guest appearance in the videos, which I love now. It was very difficult at the start, but I enjoy all the feedback from our YouTube family.
And they're like, we want to see more Philip.
Yeah.
Come from behind the camera.
Absolutely. That's so fun for me.
He says he works for me, but that's really not the case because we do everything 50-50. He's just saying he works for the channel.
Yeah.
So it's super fun. We get to be together every day. This is a dream that we've had since we were 19 years old when we got together, is that one day we would just get to be home together and doing work together. And prior to YouTube, I worked in full-day kindergarten for the school board. I'm an ECE, and Philip was...
I was a lift mechanic at a local ski resort.
So yeah, we both had career jobs that we worked for years and years and years and years and years. And when we did our big move about 1.5 years ago, we left our jobs to go do the move. You guys kind of know the story, and we came back with no jobs, and we got really lucky, and we put in a lot of hard work that we put out some content on YouTube in regards to Trash or Treasure and DIYs and renovation, and the channel took off, and we're lucky now that we get to stay home and do this awesome stuff and have this amazing YouTube family. That is what we both full-time work for YouTube now. Plans for 2020. Did we meet all of our goals for 2020?
I think I personally met all my goals for 2020.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Elysia has met all of her goals for 2020, but I won't speak for you.
So my personal goals for 2020 were to hit 100,000 subscribers. We were really just one of those milestones that we really wanted to meet. Obviously be able to replace our incomes from our jobs that we had prior to using YouTube. So that is something that we've been able to accomplish, and we're really happy that we get to be home. Obviously have more time with my family, which YouTube has allowed that also to happen. I have another goal that I can't talk to you guys about yet, but I'm working on some of that stuff behind the scenes. So I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks I get to share that. Hopefully that is something that came about from doing YouTube as well. Of course, we had this outlandish dream this year that we would possibly be able to buy property, and it was so out there that we knew that there was, in our heads, there was no way it was going to be possible.
We were fighting for it the whole year, though, so...
We really knew it was out of reach, though.
Yeah, it was a little out of reach because when we first started looking, it just was totally out of reach, and as the year progressed, it kind of became a little bit more tangible.
Well, it was still kind of a joke, but we were like,
You're like,
maybe?
oh, we could maybe do this. This could possibly happen. And I think ultimately when we purchased this trailer camper, the end result was to have property where we could put the trailer and work off of it, so we could stay in the trailer as we're building on the property, which it happened. And it's almost too much for me to
Philip still isn't sleeping.
I'm not sleeping. I haven't slept.
So we told a couple of people that are in our lives, like Phil's mom and dad, and one of our friends that we have through Home Hardware. A couple months ago, we said, this year, we're doing it. We are going to buy property in Nova Scotia. Next year, this is what we're going to be doing. And they were like, okay, cool. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys have accomplished everything you've said that you were going to. So let me know when you buy it. They totally believed in us and knew that we would probably get there. And we're really lucky that we put in an offer last week on a property. They accepted our offer, and our property closes the end of March, and it's ours. So
I think the dream came when we went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
We visited Nova Scotia. We've been west. We took our family all the way west with my mom and dad.
We thrifted, vintaged, and antiqued the entire way, both directions.
Yeah,
across Canada.
east and west. And we went all the way into British Columbia west. That's as far as we went. And then east, we went to PEI, did the island, and then we went back into Nova Scotia and then did the Cabot Trail all the way down.
I didn't want to leave Nova Scotia.
No, as soon as I hit Nova Scotia, there was just a feeling that I had Elysia. I know we were looking at each other with like puppy dog eyes. It was amazing.
I sat on the bank of at the ocean at a marina in Nova Scotia, and the kids were off laughing and playing with Philip and his dad and his mom. We had rented a Winnebago to travel for 2 weeks with them, and it was amazing. And I just sat there and I literally had tears in my eyes. I just thought, this can't even be really a real place.
Yeah.
And I just felt this overwhelming calmness, and not that we had any life troubles, but like all your life troubles are away, and the only thing you're thinking about is that there's whales out there and there's creatures and all the things that we love, and something about the air. And it was just, we left our hearts in Nova Scotia because we all just fell in love with the place. So that's why we chose Nova Scotia. What happened to the dump video? So we actually already filmed a video today explaining that, so we won't go over it again, but I'll put the card above for you. What happened to the dump videos? It was one of the biggest questions that we've had that we knew we had to elaborate on a little more.
It was a huge question.
Yeah. What does our daily routine look like with the kids? We film videos and we do a lot of work, but where are our children while we're filming?
Our children are in our house, in our area. They're either, which you don't know, behind the camera sometimes, playing around.
Chase does a lot of filming.
So it's not even me filming all the time. They're just very much a part of our life. And so if they're doing schoolwork, or if they're learning, or if they're just hanging out or playing, they're right beside us, just off camera.
We do everything together as a family, and the kids are involved in all the decisions that we make. They're being homeschooled currently right now because of the pandemic. We decided, because we had the ability to keep them home with us, that would be something that we would do this year. Just having a background in education, it's a little bit easier for us to be able to take that, and we're definitely thankful that we have the opportunity. So we do a lot of schoolwork in the morning, and then we usually do our filming, which is why sometimes another question we get is, why do you guys post so late?
Yes.
Because we want you guys to see the footage like the day that it's happening or when it's happening, but just keep in mind behind your side of our camera that we're homeschooling and we have a family at home, and we do have dogs and pets, and we do have a life outside of YouTube, although almost our entire life is related to YouTube, but we are homeschooling the kids right now. So sometimes if posts get up a little bit late, we're just maybe running a little bit behind schedule that day.
Yeah.
We like to keep you guys updated. I'll say, like, see you guys tonight, or if I know we're not going to post, I usually try to let you guys know. Another question that we've been getting quite often is, what are some of the projects that we are going to be working on in 2021? So we have a long list of projects that we want to accomplish this year. Some of them are at our house, some of them are at our property, and some of them we can't even confirm for sure yet that we're going to be doing, but we are going to be doing a lot of off-grid building hopefully this year on our property. and then doing the rest of the renovations that we want to do for our house. So you guys keep asking if we're doing renovations because we're selling this house here and moving to the off-grid property, and we have no plans on selling the house that we're living in now. So these renovations that we're doing are for us. They're on our dream list projects of things that we've been wanting to work on over the years, that we just didn't have the time to work on. So we still need to build an office space, a gym space. We still have a few renovation things to do in the kitchen. We want to do an interior fireplace with open shelving.
The garage.
Sorry,
you
renovation.
forgot that one.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that one.
That's okay. That's okay.
We want to build a greenhouse and an outdoor seating.
Not want to. Greenhouse is happening. That is happening in the spring. Epic greenhouse.
He's pretty excited about some of the projects.
It's happening.
We definitely have a few other DIY things we want to do for the dogs and the living space that the boys are kind of planning. They have an idea of what they want to do for some projects with the pups. On and off the property. We want to do an outdoor fireplace build. We have so many projects planned, so it's going to be a pretty exciting year. We don't want to confirm 100% any projects yet until we kind of get the ball rolling in 2021. We don't know entirely how long we're going to stay on the off-grid property this year, but we want to spend as much time as we can there as possible, in and out of coming home to do projects that we need to accomplish here for different things. So
yeah.
And
so
we have the freedom of making our own schedule, which is... But I read a quote that happened right when we were kind of at our roughest point, which was really when we started our channel after our big move.
Right.
And it was, the day you plant the seeds is not the day that you eat the fruit. And although it's a very random quote, it was for us, I wanted to plant as many seeds at the beginning as I possibly could, knowing that one day, if I put in a lot of hard work and I planted as many seeds as possible, that we could eat the fruit that we worked so hard for. And so we've been doing that with every aspect of our life, and it's just amazing that in just 1 year time, we've been able to make a complete 360 out of our situation that we were in at that time.
Absolutely.
And we've been able to cross off every milestone, just staying true to who we are, working together as a team, keeping our family as #1 priority. Yeah, so do something today that your future self will thank you for. We often make a vision board of just some things that we're looking for, and we set goals for our family. Philip and I have done that since before we even had kids. We would set yearly goals and 5-year goal plans, and we've been able to accomplish everything we've set our minds to. So you guys can do it too. We love you guys. We hope that this clears up a bunch of questions that you guys have been having. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comment section. But before we go, we want to ask you guys to leave a comment down below on something that you want to see on the channel. It can be in regards to home renovation projects.
Something 2021, something coming up, something right now, something you want us to do on the new property.
Super fun. And if you guys are working on something that you're excited about and that you want to share, leave it with our YouTube family, because we noticed that we have built such an amazing sense of community on our channel, and that we've all started to communicate a lot more with each other in the comment section. So it's not just that we're getting comments from you guys to us or from us to you guys, but you guys are having your own conversations in the comment section, which is amazing. So we encourage you to do that. Use each other, lift each other up, and we rise by lifting others. So
Absolutely.
That's awesome that we've been able to create our platform as a space for people to share what they're passionate about and what they're excited about. So we love you. We will see you on our next video. Bye.